Hey guys, it's Frankie here at Hope Artist Village in Pawtucket, and in today's episode we do the espionage spy mission in Foxboro at 5 Wits, and we have a student film and we have lots of fun stuff here at the village, or Hope Artist Village, so stick around. Hey guys, it's Frankie here with Teenage Critic. We're in Foxboro, Massachusetts, here at 5 Wits Spy Museum because it's almost February and it's freezing and we're looking for some inside activities to do. So I'm super excited and let's go.
You guys are here for the mission, right? Alright, so it's been a slight problem. Your mission briefing location has been compromised. So enemy agents know exactly where your mission briefing disc is. So I have this envelope right here. Inside is a decoy. Do not open it, it will explode. Alright, so I need you guys to beat enemy agents to the real mission briefing disc somewhere in the stadium. So
Disabled. I'm disabled.
I used to go on Facebook! Yes!
So cool.
Great! You see anything you like so far? Okay, good communication skills.
I'm
Excellent.
disabled.
What's happening? What are you guys doing?
Agents, we're happy to have you on the team today for this critical mission. I am the Deputy Director of Intelligence, speaking to you from headquarters. My boss, Director Cavendish, has asked me to share some disturbing news.
I got some plus swimming, you guys.
I fixed it! You're welcome! I fixed it! It's okay. You're welcome. Everybody good?
So the kids.
Okay.
Want me to do
That could have gone a little bit better. I apologize for that. So much for state inspections. Easy done. You got it, Frankie. Right over. Perfect. Okay, next person. Who's next?
Yeah!
Nice.
You did it, Frankie. Thank God you're with us.
I'm scared.
Not too bad.
I'm gonna pee.
A word of caution, we are about to head into Cabal Corp's headquarters. And you might have extra here. You might have me all that.
Alright, this is 3, so we can switch it up.
So you know I was with you the whole time, right? So there's no way I could have initiated the upload. Where are you going? Let's figure out who the mole is. Hang on, which panel did you guys even hack?
That one.
Okay, so Tech Ops! Sounds like a trace help. It's a good thing we managed to hack that.
Glad to see you escape that blast. Well, it wasn't perfect, but you came close enough, and luck favors the prepared.
I think it's.
When your trace pointed back to the vicinity around headquarters, we immediately locked down security and began sweeping the area. And you will never guess who I caught trying to bypass our checkpoint.
Morgan Freeman?
The deputy director himself.
What?
He was nearly running out of the building, which seemed a little suspicious to me.
Hey guys, it's Michaela from Teenage Critic, and today I'm here with Zephyr, and we're at 5 Wits in Foxboro, Massachusetts. We just went through the espionage show, and right now, as you can see, we're in front of the 2,000 Leagues Under the Sea, 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. We're in front of that set. So could you tell us a little bit more about your job here?
Sure. As far as me personally, I actually wear many hats here. I'm a shift manager. I guide on weekdays like you guys just saw together. Now, as you may have guessed, I am not, in fact, a rug salesman. My name is Zephyr. I've been assigned to work with you guys as your senior operations officer. Now, normally that means I'd be responsible for briefing us on whatever's going on here, but kind of rushed out here today from headquarters. I understand that one of you has some sort of intel or briefing for me. Is that correct?
I have the CD.
You have the CD. Perfect. Okay. Thank you. And what was your name?
Sydney.
Sydney. Great. Thanks for holding on to that, Sydney. If anything bad had happened to it, it would have been entirely your fault. So, And then I also do some of the technical maintenance on the shows as well. You know, we get a very large amount of traffic, so every so often something will have to be looked at or inspected or fixed, and that's my job when it comes up.
So you guys have two shows here, Espionage and 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. Do those ever switch out? Like, do you get new shows?
These shows are actually both permanent installations. They are here to stay for as long as we're here. But that doesn't necessarily mean that they're exactly the same every time. For instance, the show that you guys saw today, Espionage, actually has 5 different endings. You guys got one of the good endings. Those endings will vary based on how well you do. And also the puzzles are not necessarily going to be exactly the same every time, like some of the solutions are randomly generated based on your input.
This is so scary. Woo! I know. I thought he was like, tell us if you hear a guard. And I was like, oh, I'm going to hear someone and I'm going to freak out.
Watch the blades. This could be a little bit dicey.
Cool shot. Awesome.
Right, straight to the main door into the lab. Should take us inside. Around there. And no, go ahead and get close.
We should try to fix it.
Fine. And then if you want to maybe keep in that way.
Let's make them all go. We'll all die together.
It's not exploding. You guys might want to take a look at this. Fine, just get out, get in the bunker. Go. Okay, so Tech Ops, I read you, buddy. We're good.
You guys scared me half to death.
Scared you?
I didn't know if you got out of that okay, and then I heard the blast. Wow.
No, man, we're fine. We hacked the trace like you wanted. What happened? What's going on? We couldn't quite finish it over there.
Big news. While you guys were in that blast chamber, a lot has happened. We weren't able to completely finish the trace, but you got me through enough security that I was able to create this video link.
There's some really cool variants to 20,000 Leagues as well, because every guide does a different show. We're actually not scripted in there, so everything that we're doing is pretty much off the cuff. Like, we have a few things that we know work, but we kind of tailor it to the individual group. And 20,000 Leagues itself, we actually have a few additional surprises. We're working on something pretty cool that we're hoping to put in the first room of the show in a couple of months here. So you can get a different experience every time you come, really.
So the one thing I noticed was that you were a pretty good actor. Do you have to be an actor to work here?
You don't. It's not required. It does help you. You don't necessarily have to have theater experience. We will train you up a little bit, but it does certainly help if you're applying.
And do you guys do like birthday parties or private events?
We do all kinds of events. We do corporate groups, birthday parties, you name it, we've done it. I actually just spoke to someone on the phone the other day who was interested in doing a high school graduation trip here, and they wanted to actually rent the facility after hours and come in and do all the shows and everything.
So who builds the sets for you guys?
Good question. We do. Actually, Five Wits has a sister company or a parent company, some kind of familial company. Five Wits Productions. So that's actually down the road in Norwood. Everything that you see here is completely homegrown. It's all designed and built and fabricated in-house by Five Wits Productions. Everything that we do, you name it, there's scenic painters, there's engineers, there's mechanical and electrical guys, there's construction workers, all across. There's a really wide variety of people that work there.
So in Espionage, you guys had the lasers. What would really happen if you walked right through it?
Well, actually, you guys saw what happened when the guard came to check us out. That's, again, not a scripted event. That will happen if you trigger too many lasers. The guard will come to take a look. Everything in the shows has a consequence and a reaction to it. So interactive is not something that we take lightly.
So could you just give us a couple details on price, accessibility, and just times you guys are open and everything?
Sure. We are open pretty much every day except for Monday. We're open from 11 a.m. in the morning to 8 p.m. and Friday and Saturday we actually stay open until 10 p.m. We'll extend our hours during February vacations and breaks and that kind of thing. As far as price goes, there's actually a few different options. To do a single show, the ticket is $18 for adults or $14 for children 12 and under. We actually have a combo ticket, which saves you a little bit of money. That's the best deal you can get. That's both shows for $28 for adults and $23 for kids. You can even split that up over 2 different days. As far as accessibility, it's really all across the board. Both of the shows are ADA compatible. And also you have a guide with you the whole time, so if anything comes up, you can always talk to us. We are overly friendly. And I'm sorry, what else was it you said? Accessibility. Oh, right, and ages. Ages are actually a little bit interesting. It kind of depends on the individual. We generally don't recommend bringing very small children, particularly under the age of 7. As you experience, the shows are quite intense. There's a lot of loud noises and dark moments. Plus, the whole thing is, story elements and logic puzzles. So
I really wouldn't recommend it for small children. Other than that, though, it is really all across the board. The guide, like I said, will tailor it based on the group. We actually do, every Friday night, we have an adults night, which is just 18 and over.
So this is a really fun experience. I think you guys should all come to Patriots Place or Syracuse when it opens up, and check out Five Wits. I went through espionage, but I'm sure 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea is just as fun. So thank you so much for talking to us, Zephyr, and stay tuned for more Teenage Critic.
O'clock on Saturday morning, and Rush rang me up and she said, I'm really off. And I went, that's very strong language from Anne. She said the Australian sock and the New Zealand sock had gone. What my job was to think of the city like an art gallery, basically. You know, when you go into an art gallery and you find that every exhibition you go on is kind of organised in a certain way. So we have to think of the city of actually sort of adding focal points, and sometimes you'll see things that are together, and we needed to move them around so that people could get surprised. I've got several favourite pieces. I quite like the drinking fountains, I think they're cute. But I really love the park bench that the queer youth kids did, and I think that it's a wonderful story there where none of them knew how to knit. The average age would be about 16, 18. Right at the very, very beginning, Nick Nelson put an ad in the newspaper, and I saw that and I thought, oh, that might be fun. And I said to my daughter, why don't we do a little bit of knitting, and then when they put it up we can walk around town and see if we can find it. But we didn't know then it was going to take over our lives or our house. Dress the city for the Rugby World Cup. We just felt we needed to put some creativity into the city that was not like a lot of the Rugby World Cup is branded. You know, you've got lots of sort of brands for the advertising, and then of course you've got the flags, which are great. But we just thought something a little bit quirky and a bit different people might notice. And we've certainly noticed when we've been installing the knitting that the tourists are very interested.
Different, alternative, but yeah, certainly brightens things up, certainly talking point.
The other thing that's very important about it is that because it's involved all kinds of people, there's a lot of socialisation and people have been able to mix together like they wouldn't normally mix. So the process of doing this project is just about as important as what we put up on the trees, because sometimes we don't get a chance to meet other people. It's more elderly people who, to start with, or a lot of people start with, they heard about it but they didn't understand what it was going to be like.
Romano's is really cool because they've done things like knit vegetables and fruit, and they did half a dozen eggs, perfect eggs. Wow. They were just so cool.
Hey guys, it's Frankie, and now we're here at Books Are Wings, and we're talking to
Jocelyn.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about who you are and what you do here.
Sure. My name is Jocelyn White. I'm the director of Books Are Wings. We are a local nonprofit organization. We collect new and gently used children's books, and then we bring those books back out to children in communities around the state. So we host kind of like a book fair style program in elementary schools, after school programs, and preschool programs for kids that are most at risk for literacy issues.
That's really cool. So where do you get all the books?
Well, here we actually use here during the farmers market that's here at Hope Artiste. We have that as one of our drop-off locations. So every Saturday from 9 to 1, people can come by and drop off their gently used or new books, children's books specifically. We also host drives with local businesses, organizations such as the United Way of Rhode Island. We work with Bank Rhode Island. We work with lots of different teens in schools as well. So we have, teens that'll run their own book drives and, their junior high school or high schools as well also.
That's really cool. So I understand that you recycle the books pretty much. So if I was a kid, I could just come here and get a book for free?
Right. On Saturdays, we're here from 9:30 to 12, definitely. And, any children can stop by and pick out a book for them to bring home for their own home library.
That's awesome. Do you do any classes or anything that help the kids learn how to read the books they're taking home?
We're actually starting a new program this year where we're following a group of children either in an after-school program, and we'll do a few during the summer learning programs as well. So we'll follow a group of children for 6 weeks, and we do kind of like a story time. We'll read a story, we do a literacy craft, and then they'll each get for 6 weeks get to take books home with them.
That's so cool. Thank you so much for interviewing with us, Jocelyn. So you guys should definitely come down and grab a book for your kids or donate books to Books Are Wings. Stick around for what's coming up next.
Hey guys, this is Sydney again on Teenage Critic, and we're still in the space in Pawtucket, Rhode Island called Hope Artiste Village, and I'm with Michelle here at a space called Jamie Oliver at Home. So can you tell me a little bit about who you are and what your store offers?
Sure. Hi, I'm Michelle Gerasoli. I'm the Creative Marketing Director for Jamie Oliver at Home. And this space is our U.S. headquarters. We're building the first business for Jamie Oliver, who's a British television chef, a food activist, an entrepreneur. He's got 17 businesses around the world, and this is his first U.S. business. And what we do is help people set up their own Jamie Oliver at Home business selling his beautiful cookware, which we have here in our showroom.
And for people watching who don't know who Jamie Oliver is, can you kind of say who he is and why he's famous, sort of?
Sure. Jamie became discovered at the age of 21 cooking in a restaurant. He grew up in a pub, in his parents' pub, and he's been an entertainer and a chef for 17 years now. He was known here as the Naked Chef. Spiky hair, really fun, clever, charming. He cooks with basic ingredients, real food, not processed food. And he came here in 2010 to West Virginia and did a show called The Food Revolution, which he helped the town of Huntington, West Virginia to eat more healthy in the schools, in the community, and he's well loved among many, and we're carrying forward his mission of better food for a better life.
And what can you find around this U.S. headquarters of Jamie Oliver at Home?
Oh, sure. Well, I should start with our whiteboard wall, which is where all of our activity gets mapped out. In our showroom, we have our antipasti platter and some of our American oak products, all of my office stuff, which you can skip over. Over here is our terracotta line, our teapots, our vintage ceramics, and then all of our dining ware and cookware. We have 6 categories of beautiful products that we've brought here from the UK that are artisan products made all over the world, Portugal, Italy, China, and one of my favorite products is this Jersey cereal bowl, which was designed by an American woman. And this is a product that he uses in his own home with his own family. He's got 4 little kids. And so we're really excited to be here in the Hope Artiste Village. We love Rhode Island, and it's our first year. We haven't been in business 1 full year yet. So just a startup, but we're in 23 states, and we have about 85 consultants. So
So exciting. So are you a chef yourself?
You know what? I cook for my family. I love to cook, but that was not part of the deal. I have a background in online marketing and business and startups, so I do love to cook though, and I do get inspired by all of Jamie's fun food tube videos, which I don't like to do cookbooks because it's too precise. But I just watch him cook on TV and then I try it at home, and it's a lot of fun.
That's awesome. Thank you so much for talking to us.
What up, food tubers? Okay, I'm excited. I want to tell you about the next live show that we're doing on FoodTube. You're going to love it. Please come and join us. So next Monday, yes, next Monday, that's the 4th of November at 8:30 Greenwich Mean Time. The theme this time round is going to be turkey. We've got Thanksgiving coming, we've got Christmas coming, we've got a new beautiful guest coming who's Hugh Fernley-Whittenstall, and he's going to come, we're going to cook together, he's going to do some beautiful stuff. We've got Michael from Vsauce, which is an amazing channel if you don't know about it, where he answers unusual questions in the most factual and scientific way. Brilliant, super nerdy, geeky, wicked stuff. Love it and love him. He's coming on the show. We got DJ Barbecue. Yes, we have. We got Gennaro Contaldo. Look at that. Beautiful. We got Kerry Ann. Yes, we have. And loads more. Also on this live show, we want to do a really cool thing on the best, awesome food facts. Like really mind-blowing food facts. So we want your best food facts. Send them in. Look at the link below. Tweet them in. We're going to go through them. Michael from Vsauce, who's our very clever friend on the team, will be verifying everything, and we'll be discussing some of the best. Okay, guys, see you next week, Monday night, 8:30, November the 4th, for the live show. You're going to love it.
Welcome to the Dumpling Sisters kitchen. Now Chinese New Year is just around the corner, so we're making some delicious pot stickers.
These pan-fried dumplings look like little nuggets of gold, so legend says that they'll bring good fortune if eaten on New Year's Eve.
Our pot stickers have a juicy pork filling, and we'll whip up a fab dipping sauce to go with them too.
So let's get started.
First stop, dumpling wrappers. Now these are so ridiculously easy that you'll never have to buy them from the shop again. In with 300 grams of flour goes a good pinch of salt and 220 ml of boiling water to bring it all together. Now this is a neat little trick to stop the wrappers from being too sticky, but do take your time because the dough is scorching hot. Try getting your chopsticks in there too. Think of them as useful tools that take you from kitchen to dinner table. Now to work on those arm muscles. Knead the dough for about 10 minutes until silky smooth. Now before we let this baby rest, we're going to chop him up into two, then form each half into a bagel. This is our little secret for making all our pot stickers the same size.
Oh!
Don't try that.
Now while the dough's resting, we're going to get started on our filling. So here we have some lovely pork shoulder. We're going to mince it up ourselves, even though you can use pork mince, because that's the way that Mum taught us, and it's always made for a scrumptious filling. Give it a good bash up with your cleaver. 300 grams of pork shoulder should make 32 dumplings. To tenderize the meat, we're just going to chuck in a little bit of baking soda and corn flour. These two are magic ingredients in the Chinese kitchen. The baking soda breaks down the tough proteins in meat, while the corn flour creates a velvety mouthfeel. Then salt, sugar, and a wee bit of white pepper. Then to plump everything up, we're just going to chuck in some water, bit of Shaoxing rice wine, dark soy, light soy, and sesame oil. Then just grab your chopsticks and give it a good mix. And to make our dumplings a complete meal, we're going to chuck in a wee bit of leafy bok choy as well. Then just to finish it off, we're going to chuck in some garlic and ginger, and of course, as always, spring onion. Another staple in the Chinese kitchen. Mix it up in one direction just to make sure that everything binds together so we get a lovely bite when we sink our teeth into those dumplings.
Right, these babies are ready to go. Through the middle, line the halves up, then keep dividing until you get 16 pieces. There you have it, a little army of identical dough pieces. Place a piece cut side up, flatten with your palm, and we'll get on with turning these into dumpling wrappers. Now arm yourself with a rolling pin, the skinnier the better. If you're right-handed, that's where the rolling pin will be. Here we go. Roll, twist with your left hand, roll, twist with your left hand, roll, twist, roll, twist, roll, twist, roll, twist, and just keep going.
Time to get our wrap on. So start by making a cradle with your hand for the dumpling wrapper, then grab some filling and pop it in the middle. Smooth down the top, then fold it over with your thumb in the middle. Give it a wee pinch at the end before guiding it over and folding with your thumb and index finger. And again, making sure to pinch as you go along, all the way until the end, when you're left with a lovely crescent shape.
We could do like ghost.
Yeah.
This is good for date night.
Perfect for date night. Lovely. You mean like longingly into each other's eyes?
Ooh. Put your thumb in there. Get a frying pan with a tight-fitting lid, put onto a medium heat and a splash of veg oil. Let's get these bad boys in. Nestle them in really tightly around the pan. Big spoon, little spoon. When the bottoms are golden like this, pour in water and cover.
While the dumplings are cooking, we're going to make up the easiest dipping sauce of all time. So first up is sesame oil. Boom! Then we've got some light soy sauce. Be generous with that one. Just to finish off, a nice blob of chili oil. So chuck that in. I like it quite spicy. Done. Oh, yum.
Right, these are done when the water's all gone. Just remember to put those golden bottoms on show.
And if you don't want to miss out on wicked recipes, then make sure you subscribe to FoodTube and the Dumpling Sisters too. We'd love to have you.
Hey guys, we've had a lot of fun here at Hope Artist Village in Pawtucket.
It was so much fun. We had a great time.
So stay tuned and watch us on Saturdays at 11:30.